Thank you for tuning in to Glorious Vision Television. My name is Tope Oginni, and you are welcome to Life Tips. For those who are just joining this station, Life Tips is an educative and informative program designed for all categories of single. This program is designed to help you to be safety conscious, to know about life matters, life tips, to know about things that can benefit your life, to know about how you can stay conscious about life, about safety. On this program, we always make safety priority. It is to guide everyone on how to avoid possible dangers within and outside the home. It is to help you know your safety rights and your safety responsibility. And it is to also help you to know how you can face life challenges and how you can overcome them. So on today's episode of Life Tips, I have another interesting topic as usual that relates with everyone. And the topic is financial safety in retirement. Financial safety in retirement. There's nobody that, as long as you are going to be living long, that will not get to a stage in life that you want to retire, or a stage of retirement, whether personally, professionally, career-wise, ministry-wise, anyhow, there will always be that moment of retirement. So retirement is a season God designed for rest, reflection, and enjoyment, not fear, not to experience any financial embarrassment. So if you know that you are a retiree, or you are about retiring, or you just retired, or you hope to retire someday, and you don't have plans, you don't even know, you don't have any plans on ground yet on how your retirement is going to be, or what you are going to do, or what you are going to be doing, this program is definitely for you. So please don't just touch that dial. Please pay attention and watch this. This may be a program that you will watch and will change your life or everything about you for good. So as I was saying on the introduction of this particular topic, yet many enter into this season unprepared. There are a lot of people that will be entering into retirement unprepared. A lot of people are retired already and they are just there. They don't know what's next to do. Why? Because while they were working, or while they were still active, there was no any particular plan on ground for their retirement. So immediately they retired unprepared, they retired and they don't understand, they lack direction of what's next to do. So simply hoping things will work out somehow. So they are now sitting down, hoping that things will work itself out. When people ask them, so what's next now? What's next now? They can't even give a definite answer because they don't have any. Because they are just waiting for the moment to sort out itself. It's not like they have any plan on ground. So planning for retirement is not a lack of faith. It is wisdom. You need wisdom, stewardship, and obedience to God's instruction to prepare for the future. So immediately you start working, you need to start preparing yourself. You need to start praying to God to give you the wisdom, to give you discernment, to show you, to reveal to you after your retirement, what are you supposed to be retiring into. You need a lot of people that have ministries, that have talents, that they can turn into something even after their retirement from active service. They can still be doing something that will keep them active, that they don't just have to be in one place doing nothing. Financial safety in retirement. It is the state of being financially ready for your season of old age, so that you don't depend on others, fall into unnecessary hardship, or live in worry when your regular salary ends, especially for salary earners. Once you retire from earning salary, what's next? So if you are not looking forward to end of the month, where you have the opportunity of collecting your salary, what happens now that you are retired? So it includes planning ahead, saving consistently. That means that while you are working out, you need to be saving consistently. I know there are some organizations that have plans for something like this. Then avoid debt. Don't start borrowing money to do things, to buy this. hoping that you'll be able to repay. Your retirement time or your retirement stage is not the time to use and be making payments, doing repayment for loans, debts, and all the rest of them. It is meant for you to rest and enjoy all the active years that you have spent in working, in stressing yourself, and all of that. Creating income streams, managing expenses. It is time to now go back and now think of what am I going to be doing to still be earning money, especially for somebody who is not that old. We know of those who are already old, but if you are retiring like in your early 50s, late 50s, early 60s, and you are still active, you are not having any health challenge, you need to still look out for something that will still keep you going. Managing expenses. Your financial safety in retirement also includes managing how to manage your expenses. Remember, you are no longer working now. You are now in retirement. If you are earning 100,000, your retirement payment is no longer going to be 100,000. It is either going to be half of your retirement or below. So you need to consider that. Preparing for your health needs. Now you are growing old. You'll be needing medications, general checkup, and all the rest of them. So you will need money to do all of this. Then making wise decisions with God's guidance. These are some of the things that your financial safety in retirement involves. What are the causes of financial insecurity in retirement? First thing, living only for today. While you are working, you are just living only for today. Many people postpone because retirement feels far away. To some people, my retirement is still far away. Before I can retire, I still have about 10 years more, 15 years more. They start calculating that way. So with that, they will think that they still have more time. So year pass, suddenly the future is at the door. Before you know it, your retirement is at the door. But that's the time you now realize that, what have I saved? What do I have on ground for this retirement? Then financial insecurity will now set in, because you now be thinking of how to feed, how to do this, where will you get money to do this, to continue to manage your health, to pay your bills. You now be thinking of that. The next one is we are looking at the causes. No savings culture. Some are earning very well. They are earning very well, but spend everything. Nothing is set aside for their later years. They are just spending the money the way it is coming in. They are not saving any at all. The next one is poor financial decisions. Costly choices like risky investment, investing in something that is not going to fetch you money. Unnecessary loans, collecting unnecessary loans while you are still working. Impulse buying, buying things that you don't need, something that are not necessary at that particular point in time. Lack of financial knowledge. Because you lack financial knowledge, you don't have the understanding of what it means to save towards towards your retirement. Family responsibilities that drain income is another causes of financial insecurity. Supporting relatives is good, but without boundaries, it can cripple your own future. And when you retire, expecting that, all those that have been settling now while I'm still working or while I still have money, by the time I retire, I know my brother will be there for me. I know my friend will be there for me. These are people that when you were working, you were investing on them, you were supporting them financially. Now it is your turn for them now to reward or to give back. They may not be there, and you may be disappointed. So in order not to be disappointed and not to be a kind of a person that you are depending, you will find yourself depending on others before you can pay bills, before you can eat, before you can do your medicals. It is better for you to do the right thing now. Over dependence on children. Some assume their children will automatically sponsor them in old age. But children today faces their own financial storms. That is what is now happening. We now have more children. Immediately they get married, or maybe you send them to school. After graduating from school, to God be the glory, they happens to get a very good job. They get married. The moment they get married, especially for our boys, they face their own family challenge. And it will now be difficult for them to now be giving back to their parents, because they will now let you know that they now have a family. They too, they have to send their children to school. They have to pay accommodation. They have to do this. They have to do that. So in order to avoid all of this, do what you are supposed to do now. What are some of the signs that you may not be ready for retirement? You may be preparing for your retirement, yes. You may be about to retire, but let me tell you this, that these are some of the signs that will let you know that if you think that you are ready, maybe people have already start asking you questions that, are you ready? Are you ready? And you said, yes, I'm ready. I'm ready. No problem. No problem. Let me tell you some of the signs that will tell you that you are not yet ready. You have not written any retirement plan. Do you have any retirement plan yet? What are your plans for this, your retirement? Of how you are going to enjoy your retirement? Of how you are going to spend your retirement payment? Of how you are going to be taking care of yourself, that if I retired, I'm going to go into counseling, I'm going into farming, I'm going into this. Have you thought of all of that? Oh, after my retirement, I will move back to my village, my house that is in the village. I will go there and be living there instead of paying rent. What are your plans? So if you don't have all of this on ground, you are not ready. The next one is your monthly expenses will collapse without your salary. Yes, your monthly expenses, immediately you collect your salary. In fact, all your expenses will just swallow your salary. You don't always have anything left to save. You don't always have anything left to save. You are not ready. You still owe debts in your 50s, even in your 60s. You are still owing people monies. You are owing bank. You are owing microfinance. You are owing all sorts of people monies while you are about to retire. Do you want to use your retirement time to be paying debts? That is a question for you to answer. You have little or no investment. As you are retiring, you have not invested in anything. There's nothing that you have invested your money into that after retirement, or at least if I retired, monthly something will be coming in for me from this. Even when I don't go to work anymore, even when I don't earn salary anymore. But with this, even before you are out of retirement, these are some of the things that you should have started. I think I've talked about all of these things before now. These are some of the topics that I've treated in the previous episodes. So by now, you should have understand all about this. You avoid thinking or talking about retirement. You don't want to think about it that, oh, it's better you think about it. Thinking about it will help you to know how to plan. Will help you to see your challenges, your strengths, your weaknesses, the future, what the future holds for you. Then it will enable you to plan and plan right. You are still financially responsible for many. Even as you are still retiring now, maybe you still have your children that are still undergraduates. You still have you are still sponsoring children in school. You are still paying some bills. You still have your aged parents. These are some of the things that you need to plan ahead, because once you retire, you will still continue to take care of your parents, your children's school fees. You will still continue to do that. So these are some of the signs that will tell you that you are not ready for your retirement. But if you already have everything in place as mentioned, then you are sure that I am ready for retirement, because paying my children's school fee, taking care of my parents, doing this, doing that, doing family responsibility is not going to even affect me. I hear people say that. They will tell you that even after my retirement, I am not going to suffer. I am not going to be begging anybody for money, because I have already have everything planned out for me. God help you. Are you like this person? Consequences of poor retirement preparation. Financial dependency. An elderly parent may end up relying fully on children who are still struggling. You may end up depending on your children who are still struggling to find their own feet too. This can create silent tension in the home. For example, a retired teacher now depends on her daughter or son for rent and medication because she never saved while she was working, or maybe she was busy spending the same money sponsoring their education and all of that. But even at that, you still need to save for your own future. Thank God, it's good to take care of your children, it's good to sponsor their education, but you yourself, ensure that out of that your earnings, you are saving something, no matter how small. I have treated a topic like that on this program. The next one is emotional depression. The fear of running out of money can steal the joy of your old age and your retirement. Vulnerability to exploitation. People without financial stability can be easily manipulated by relatives or scammers promising quick returns. Because you don't have any source of income, anywhere that money will be coming in from you after your retirement, you are vulnerable to scammers because you are now looking for quick money that can help you to pay your bills, to solve your problems. So when anybody comes with illegal business, when scammers approach you for businesses, put 10,000 down and you are going to get 100,000. You are quick to do that because you know that you don't have anything and you are looking for money. So you can be vulnerable to all of these things. The inability to enjoy your rest instead of resting. We are looking at the consequences. Instead of resting, some retirees jump into stressful jobs. They still need money because they still need money. Your retirement is meant for you to rest. Even if you are going to be doing something, it's not supposed to be jobs that is going to stress you. So if your retirement is going to take you into doing stressful job, that's not fine enough. So what am I saying? Inability to enjoy. You cannot rest. Your retirement is for you to go and rest, to go and relax, to go and enjoy yourself. The money that is coming in for you is meant to take care of your medications, your food, and some other things, But you are not doing that because the money they are going to be giving to you after your retirement is not enough to pay the bills on ground. So what you need to do, you'll be begging people if there are jobs that people can offer you, that you are still strong, I am still active, and you see some people, they will go and do that job. In the course of doing it, they slump, they collapse, or they develop some ailment that they will not have enough money to take care of. So please avoid all of these things and plan very well. Limited healthcare options. Medical bills increases with age. That's what I'm going to let you know. I have an aged father and I know what it means to take care of an aged one. So please, medical bills will be increasing because as they are growing old, their body, a lot of things is happening in their body that needs medical attention, and all of these things demands money. So without preparation, this will become crisis. We have a lot of people in the hospital. We have a lot of aged ones on the streets now that they are begging for money. They will come to you and say, please, I am sick. I need money. I've gone to the hospital. They asked me to go and buy these drugs. I don't have one. You begin to wonder, this man, this woman that is begging, this old man, old woman, don't they have children? You begin to ask yourself. You may not be able to ask them, but you begin to ask, don't they have children? They may have children that are still struggling to find their feet. So these are some of the things you need to avoid before you get into your retirement. And as we are planning that, God will help all of us in Jesus' name. Now, let us go to what are you supposed to do now if you're about to retire, or you are retired already and you are still confused on what you are supposed to do. Practical tips for financial safety in retirement. The first thing is start saving now. If you're about to retire, please start saving now, even if it is small. Consistency will strengthen your saving. When you are consistent, even if it is 2,000 naira, once you are consistent with it, maybe it's weekly thing, daily thing, monthly thing, just know that you are consistent with that savings. Before you know it, by the time you will be retiring, the money, and make it an untouchable money. By the time you are going to be retired, if you know how much you are going to realize with that, you'll be surprised. Clear debts before retiring. Yes, don't go into retirement with debts. And entering retirement debt-free feels like walking into fresh air. Ensure that you pay all your loans, whatever debts that you are into, whatever money that you have borrowed from friends, families, microfinances, banks, and all the rest of them. Please, before you retire, ensure you pay all of this money. Like I said, please don't go into retirement and be paying debts with your retirement funds. It's not right. It's not just good for your health at all. Build multiple income streams. Even before you retire, start thinking about businesses that you are going to do. Maybe you have like a year to retire, 2 years to retire, 5 years to retire. It's never too late. You can start thinking about something now. Maybe if you need to go and learn some new skills that will help you so that once you retire, you go into this business fully. You can do that. You may not have any business idea, but you can pay money for classes, for courses to learn new skills, so that when you are out of job, you can go and be doing all of this. I know that there are some companies that they normally organizes trainings for their retirees, so that they know that once they retire, instead of them, because they know that there's some people that are still active, that they can still do some other things. They may not want to go into any salary earning job again. They may want to go into business rather. So these are the type of people that you need to go and learn fresh skills if you don't have any. You can turn your talents too. You can turn them into businesses. What is that thing that you enjoy doing? What is that passion? What is that talent? What is that gift that God has given unto you that everybody comes to you for? When they are in trouble, they always think about you. This is something that after your retirement, you can turn them into profit-making business, and you start making money without stressing yourself. Set healthy financial boundaries. You need to set healthy financial boundaries. Help family, but not at the expense of your own future. You can help your family, but don't do that at the expense of your own future. Remember, like I said, you may think that helping them now, they will be there for you in your own last days. When you are retired, when you will need them, you may be shocked that they may not be there for you. That is life. It is not like somebody is trying to treat you or talk you out of helping families and friends, but it is realities. These are some of the things that are happening every now and then. You see a family member, when he or she was in money, was making money, was having a good career, and was there helping family members, sending their children to school, sponsoring family members, children's education. Now that he or she has retired and is old, and he needs their help too, you just be surprised that they will always be coming with one excuse or that. So what am I saying? Help your family if you must, but not at the expense of your own future. Ensure that as you are helping, you are considering your own future too. Invest in your health. A strong body is cheaper to maintain than a weak one. Ensure that you are investing in your health now. Take care of your body. Take care of your health. Don't wait till when you retire that it will now come out and you may not be able to manage it very well. Next one is seek professional financial advice. If you don't understand anything, you are about retiring and you need more courses or you need more lecture on this retirement of a thing, they are experts. They are professionals who are good at this. You can Google them, or you can talk to people who know them, or you can walk to their offices and talk to them. You're about retiring. What are you supposed to do? They will always be available to do that. You can talk to them. They will give you advice. They will counsel you right on what you are supposed to do to make your latter days to be a very enjoyable and restful one for you. In conclusion, now, biblical wisdom to support this topic. Joseph saved during the years of plenty to survive the famine. This is an example of retirement. Proverbs 21:5 also teaches that planting leads to abundance. Proverbs 13:20 reminds us to leave an inheritance, not debts. The ant prepares ahead without supervision. Go and read Proverbs 6:6-8. These are some biblical wisdom that I just want to use to support this topic. In conclusion, retirement is not the end of usefulness. It is a season God wants you to enjoy with peace, joy, and dignity. But peace in that season begins with preparation today. Today that you are watching this program is the day that you should start your retirement. Financial stability in old age is not luck. It is the harvest of wise decisions made earlier in life. Your retirement is not the time to say you want to go and be building house, to buy land. Where is the money? Except if you already have another business, maybe you already have side hustles, like we said in the last episode. Maybe you already have a side hustles that is giving you money to do that. You're already building something. You can say, oh, maybe till your retirement, you were not able to complete the building. you can do that, but not with your retirement fees, funds that you should go and be using that to complete your building. If you plant nothing, you will harvest nothing. If you plan nothing, you secure nothing. But if you prepare, you create a future that honors God and protects your family. Call to action. Don't wait until retirement surprises you. Start preparing today, now. Sit down this week and write a simple retirement plan of how you want your retirement to look like. How old are you? What are the things that you have? What are the investments that you have on ground? These are some of the things that you have to consider. What kind of profession are you? When are you supposed to retire? When are you supposed to say, I am done working, I want to go back home and rest? So start putting that on paper now. I know a lot of people who already have this plan on ground. When you tell them, oh, by 55, I'm going to retire. By 60, I'm going to retire. By 40, by 45. These are people that they have already planned. They are already prepared for their retirement. They are not afraid. They are not feeling any form of insecurity. So courageously, they will tell you by 40, and you begin to wonder that when somebody's life is just starting at 40, this man, this woman is saying that he or she is going to be retiring. It's because he or she has already had all this thing planned, that is not going to go beyond 40, 50, or 55. It's not going to wait till his 60s, late 60s or 70s before he retires or before she retires. So open a savings account now dedicated to your future. I know you have bank accounts, but I'm saying that you can open this one now, this fresh one, just for the purpose of your retirement, that you'll be dropping something starting from now. You may be in your 20s, it doesn't matter. It even pays when you start early. It really helps you. It will be a kind of account that you don't touch at all. So open a savings account dedicated to your future. Review your expenses and cut what weakens you. Secure counsel, set goals, ask God for wisdom, and then your future will be worth the effort, in order to avoid depression, high BP, all sorts of things that will not give you peace and joy. That's why you need to plan your financial retirement. This financial aspect of retirement is something that is very, very important, that anyone that hopes to retire anytime should not even take for granted, because you will continue to need money until the day that you die. You will continue to need money to do one thing or the other. And that's why this aspect of retirement, the financial aspect of it, is very, very important. So if you are still in your 20s, please, I want to beg you, don't live a reckless life. If you are making money, we've discussed it in one of our topics on this program too. So if you are in your 20s and you are making a huge sums of money, please avoid this youth exuberance that you want to feel among. You want to be spending the money, hoping that in the future the money will be there. Money is a guest. It will come, and if you don't treat it very well, once it leaves you, you may never. It's just like human beings too. When they come visiting you and you don't take good care of them, you may never see that guest in your house till Jesus will come. Same thing with money. So if you have the opportunity of making good money, or you are working, you are earning salary, please, your time of financial savings for your retirement starts now. And God will help us to live till that age. We'll be strong, we'll be healthy, we'll be in good health, and God will continue to give us wisdom to be able to plan and prepare very well for our retirement in Jesus' name. I've come to the end of today's episode of Life Tips. I want to thank everyone who are able to join me on today's episode of Life Tips. I want to say thank you to the production crew for making today's production a great success. Until I come your way again on another exciting episode of Life Tips, I remain your host, Tope Oginni. Don't forget, on Life Tips, we will always help you to stay alert so that you don't get hurt. Thank you, and bye for now.